Howdy, friend. Welcome to Homegrown. I'm your host, R.P. Smith. The Custer County Fair is underway. Thank you to all the folks that pitch in and make it work. My role has become support crew and keep things fed at home person. Beth will be camping out at the grounds with somewhere between 4 and 7 grandkids. It should be an exciting week. So far, none of the grandkids have shown an interest in the market beef project. There will be nearly a dozen sheep with family ties and several horses. So Monday will be my big day at the fair. The market beef project is pretty capital intensive, especially this year. But the payback at the auctions will be pretty exciting also. The focus on our operation was usually rate of gain. We didn't have what would be considered show cattle, and 4-H calves were usually picked from the outliers. Maybe an early calf contributed by a neighbor's bull, or an especially colorful one that did not fit with the bunch on sale day. One very memorable club calf was a free Martin heifer. The female in a set of twins, where the other calf is a male. The heifer calf is almost always infertile, which in this case made for a logical choice for a club calf, since she couldn't go into the breeding pasture. This particular free Martin had come equipped with some extra parts that sure helped her out on the rate of gain contest, but it also affected her plumbing. When she would relieve herself, the stream would shoot straight back about 8 feet and surge. The kids had named her Valmont, because her relief efforts did resemble the end gun on a center pivot. On the ranch, this provided an interesting novelty, but I did have some concerns about taking her to fair where there is really no other way to tie them but tail toward the alley. When discussing the issue with some neighbors over a branding dinner, one of them that tends to focus more on the farming side of the ag business told me that the NRCS could probably help me out through a program that gives financial assistance to put on drop nozzles. At our branding this year, we noticed that this year's free Martin heifer had some bonus parts and was definitely not going to make it in the breeding herd. But she might be a contender for the rate of gain contest, and she's already on the ranch where the most likely show person lives, which would keep Grandpa out of the cattle feeding business. Stay tuned for further updates. Let's take a little trip back in time for one that I call It's Only Fair. Halters in the showbox in the shed. When everything is put away, we'll put this fair to bed. The kids all had a great time, and so did Beth and I. 27 trips to town put a sparkle in OPEC's eye. My crew is plumb wore out. I guess I'll let 'em sleep till noon. This is one daughter's last fair. The other starts real soon. And then her little brother will get to take a turn. Seems we're gluttons for punishment. Will we ever learn? 4-H for another 15 years. This is going to be a wreck. By the time this deal is over, I can draw an SS check. And someone pointed out this week to keep me on the run, I could have grandkids involved before Brood 1 is done. My first reaction was to panic. They really made me twitch. I could have put a show blower to my temple and gladly flipped the switch. On further consideration, I no longer do regret. My grandkids will show livestock. Go ahead and place your bet. The more animals, the better. They can be small or big. If I lose all my marbles, they can show a sheep or pig. I'll teach 'em how to ride. Beth can show 'em how to sew, and we'll fill their heads with knowledge and keep 'em on the go. The only thing that will be different than it was around before, when my grandkids show their livestock, my kids will learn to chore. Thanks for riding along on Homegrown this morning. Hoping that the Lord blesses you real good today, that He is raining on your place, and that our happy trails cross again soon. I'm R.P. Smith.